All right, guys, back at it with another Mat Chat with Coach Corey today. So I was talking to Coach Corey. I was like, when I first started in Jiu Jitsu, which I'm still very new, but trying to remember all the different techniques can feel overwhelming when I'm actually rolling. And so I was just telling him some of the things that I keep in mind, like some of the rules I followed that have helped me. And I asked him, like, what would you say would be like the big rule that you would give to someone if they're brand new? What is that jiu-jitsu rule that you would tell them? And he had one that was really good and that is going to be a topic of today's video. So
excellent. Yeah, so guys, like Forrest said, when it comes to jiu-jitsu, it can feel overwhelming, especially when you start getting into the actual rolling and everything like that. It can feel like a lot, okay? The idea is all keep it in perspective, okay? And one of the greatest perspectives I've ever heard was from one of the first American black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His name's Chris Hodder, who's actually from SPG, Straight Blast Gym of mine. Yeah. And he always said, he's like, this is my one rule when it comes to any white belt. Well, anyone in Jiu-Jitsu, but specifically white belts. If you can get on top, stay on top, okay? Now, a lot of students, they watch a lot of Jiu-Jitsu, they watch me compete as well, and I'm a big guard player. And I play guard because I have some knee issues, and that's what I like for my competing. I want to get the quickest submission with the least damage to myself. But in reality, when it comes to actually fighting or more MMA or self-defense, the idea is if I can take somebody down to the ground and maintain a top position, so that could be your mount, your side control, your north-south, your keisagatami, any one of those, that is where I want to remain. Now, a lot of white belts are lured, or they see the allure of the guard, right? Oh, I can pull someone right between the legs. I can immediately hit sweeps and submissions and chokes and all these things. But while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's also putting me kind of at a negative. Well, yeah, I want to sweep and get on top, but now I have to physically move you and sweep you to get on top. And if I do that, I better not go back to my back willingly. It has to be forced, right? The idea is if I'm on top, no matter if I'm the small guy or I'm the big guy, if I'm on top of somebody, I can control their head, their neck, their hips. I can control where they go, how they move. And if I'm really good, I can essentially just squish them like a bug and keep them on the mat the entire time. That's why the concept of stand top, get on top, stand top is so important. Okay, even more, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, even more so for the MMA and the self-defense portion. I love guard. I never pulled a lot of guard in street fights or even MMA. A couple times I did, but I usually worked for a takedown, okay? The idea is, again, if I'm on my back and now hitting is involved, that's not great. I don't want to get hit in the face. I don't want to get punched. I don't want to get elbowed. I don't want to get stomped, okay? If I can, again, take someone down and stay on top position, they can't do anything to me. They can't hit me effectively. They can't submit me. They cannot sweep me effectively. And essentially, I'm in control of that whole little bubble that is their world right now. So big concept, okay? Again, even if you like playing the guard, guys, use the guard to get to top, okay? If you're like, I got a lot of students that are a little bit older, and wrestling can be hard on the body if you're older. I'm not sure if you guys knew, but wrestling's hard on the body. One way that you can use that get on top, stand top is always using some sort of sweep, or if you're like, hey, I'm not a great wrestler, pulling guard into a sweep and making sure you get them down. So you don't have to try to play that like single leg, double leg game, sprawl, head smash. Instead, you can conserve your energy to put most of your energy into controlling, again, that top position.
Awesome.